OpenAI has announced an open source model. They said they'd never do it. Everyone's saying
it was in the name.
It's closed
it was
source.
in the name. How could you have
they're
doubted?
closed AI. Closed AI. They're not OpenAI. They're closed AI. Everyone thought they were so clever. They said they couldn't possibly open source a model, and they did.
They did.
They did it. The unthinkable.
First open model in years. Right, they used to have them.
Was GPT-1 open source? Like when was the last time that? So we're going to talk to Tyler about this.
I want to say
he's in the studio today.
GPT-2
was still open source, and then they decided to close source something. It's tough that I treat you like things that I could Google, and I know that you just have to search it or ChatGPT it. But good luck. Get me the information on the history of OpenAI's open source models. In the meantime, I will read this post from Sam Altman. GPT OSS, all lowercase. He's still in lowercase mode, although he uppercases the other sentences, but he threw in, he likes lowercase.
Is he sending you messages, John?
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing coded messages in here. GPT OSS is a big deal. It's a state-of-the-art open weights reasoning model with strong real-world performance, comparable to O4 Mini, that you can run locally on your own computer or phone with the smaller size. We believe this is the best and most usable open model in the world. We're excited to make this model the result of billions of dollars of research available to the world to get AI into the hands of the most people possible. Hit that soundboard again. I want to keep it going. We believe far more good than bad will come from it. For example, GPT OSS 120B performs about as well as O3 on challenging health issues. We've worked hard to mitigate the most serious safety issues, especially around biosecurity. GPT OSS models perform comparably to our frontier models on internal safety benchmarks. We believe in individual empowerment. Let's hear it for individual empowerment, people.
I feel empowered the way that you're reading this, John.
Although we believe most people will want to use a conventional service, a convenience service like ChatGPT, people should be able to directly control and modify their own AI when they need to. And the privacy benefits are obvious. As part of this, we are quite hopeful that this release will enable new kinds of research and the creation of new kinds of products. We expect a meaningful uptick in the rate of innovation in our field and for many more people to do important work than we're able to before. OpenAI's mission is to ensure AGI that it benefits all of humanity. To that end, we're excited. I think I cut this screenshot off. We're excited for the world to be building on an OpenAI stack created in the United States based on democratic values, available for, I didn't screenshot the rest of that, but, oh, here it is. Available for free to all and for wide benefit. So I imagine that was the voice that was in his head.
Intended.
As the author intended. Exactly.
Will Depew has some more notes here, some context. So less than 1 year between O1 announced, which was September of 2024, and we have an O3 level model, open sourced, that's runnable on consumer hardware.
Let's go.
Wild progress. You were highlighting earlier, Sam initially had a poll.
Oh, yes.
Saying like, should we, what do you want? Do you want an O3 level model, or do you want something that you can run?
He did
locally?
both.
And he did both.
Wow,
4D chess.
that was So we were reading that. So it was what, like 6 months ago or something, that post that you shared.
Yeah, I think so.
So I asked Tyler to dig this poll up. Sam Altman shared a post that it was a poll on X saying, what do you want? Do you want an O1 level model, reasoning model, a frontier model, open source, or do you want something you can run on your phone? And it was neck and neck, and people were clicking on the phone model. They were like, we want the phone model. And then Dylan Patel quoted it and said, oh, you idiots, don't vote for the phone model. You can distill
Let's get a truly frontier model.
Let's get a frontier model. And so Dylan Patel was very much like you guys don't know what you want. Like the phone models are available. That will be easy. The hard thing, we got to twist OpenAI's arm to open source the reasoning model, the O3 level model. And Sam Altman just said, you wanted this or this? It was a false dichotomy. You get both.
You get both. Yassine says, all caps, I'm so sorry for doubting you, Sam Altman. I'm so sorry for saying that you were the Antichrist. I didn't realize your plans were measured in centuries. I hope you forgive me for everything. I'm so glad you kept control of OpenAI. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
That's remarkable. Never talk down on the future first ballot Hall of Famer. apparently the future leader of open source AI. Will be very interesting to see how Meta responds. Will they stay in the open source game? Also, just how important is open source? Is this a Linux scale opportunity? Is this an Android scale opportunity? Like, is this is this GitLab to GitHub? Like, what's actually the long-term play? Certainly cool, great for the community. We're going to see fun experiments. We're going to see interesting things done with this. I think. Do we want to talk about some of the ideas that we had for building on top of this open source model, fine tuning? I can just run through some. I know there was one you didn't want to share because you thought it was too good, too much alpha. But what was it? What was I talking to you about, Tyler? What were our ideas? We had one that was
initially we weren't sure there was going to be reasoning.
That's right.
So we were going to add fake reasoning.
Yeah, so it was going to be a model that gaslights you into thinking it's reasoning when in fact it's not reasoning. So we would
if
just
you pull up, if you look at the actual reasoning UI, it's just UI. There's no actual reasoning. It's like
so you ask
it's
the
a
question,
time delay. It's a time delay,
it's
and
a delay,
just
and then while
thinking really hard.
Let me think about
what would a super smart person think right
so
now?
we could actually still kind of do that because it's not a multimodal model.
Okay.
But we could we just add some kind of like totally blank encoder or something for the image.
Okay.
And then it's this is an interesting image. Let me think about what's in it.
Yeah, one of the best images I've ever seen. A lot of people are saying this is one of the greatest images. Thank you for sharing this PNG and or JPEG with me. It just knows nothing about the image. It's great. I'm seeing that this image is large in file size. It's just purely metadata-based analysis. Doesn't know anything about what's going on. It's like, wow, this is a tough question. I'm going to have to generate a lot of internal reasoning tokens to answer this. Test time inferences really is magical, isn't it? Anyway, back to thinking. Okay, I'm reasoning about this now. Yeah. So
the other
joke,
obvious opportunity, people have been frustrated with sycophancy with the models and models being.
Well, not me. I've been frustrated with the lack of sycophancy.
Yeah, you want more.
Yes.
You want more.
I want more.
You want the model to gas you up, but fine tuning it to go over the top. Somebody could release the Glazinator 3000, which just tells the user, you don't just think you're goated. You are goated. I know this, you know this.
It's like, I'm asking you to solve IMO question 6. Why are you talking about whether or not I'm goated? It's like, it just tells you, like, you got this one.
The timing here is interesting. I mean, everybody's been banging the table saying, where is the American open source AI or LLM leader? It was reported yesterday by the misinformation that Reflection. The misinformation reported that Reflection, 1-year-old startup, we've had the CEO on before, is in talks to raise $1 billion to develop open source models to compete with DeepSeek, Meta, and Mistral. And all of the Chinese open source models have been on a tear. Qwen released Qwen Coder recently.
Yeah, people are into Qwen.
Or a new version of it that is getting good results. So it's important work. We want multiple horses
so one
in the
interesting
race.
thing that's kind of related to the US-China race is like, so when DeepSeek first came out, everyone was like up in arms because they said like it was less than $5 million to train, right?
Yep.
So in the model card for these models, they actually reveal like the GPU hours it took, which then you can like figure out how much it probably costed to train.
Give me the number and tell me if I need to ring the gong for that.
So for the big model, it was probably around like 4 million. So but the small model was like 500K, probably a little less. But that's like 10x better. The model is way better than DeepSeek R1.
Okay. So should I ring the gong?
I mean, I think it's pretty sweet.
I wanted to hear 400 million at least. I was expecting $9
million.
9 They got $1 billion of revenue coming in every month.
But it's cool that
it 10 days of revenue on the open source model. No, it is very cool. So we're ringing the gong for the elegance of the training run.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
Congrats to everyone at OpenAI on efficiency and
delivering
cost
a great
control,
model, saving time and money,
putting money back in the hands of shareholders. and not in the hands of open source developers, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, do you think that is this like a pre-training scaling wall narrative? Like would you, as someone who is a potential consumer of an open source model, like, do you want a $400 million open source model? Would that necessarily be better? Because it seems like they were able to distill it pretty well, get it to the frontier, not burn a ton of money on training. Also, the question is, like, if this is probably distilled from their other models that are much bigger. So like there is no world where you could just spend $4 million and get this level model without also having done the GPT-4 run, the GPT 4.5 run, et cetera, right?
Yeah, maybe. It's also just like, even if they didn't distill it, they just have the knowledge of like how they did it,
totally.
which is like arguably more valuable, right?
Yeah. So
and
like
I think in terms of like open source, it's either you want to go like super, super cheap and super small, which they kind of did here, or you go super big, like almost like the llama, like the behemoth, right?
Yeah.
I think it would have been really cool to see that, like literally like state of the art, level model.
You could also try and ask Claude, hey, build me a frontier open source model. Don't make mistakes.
Yeah, we're gonna have someone from Claude on soon. This is funny because wait, you said 500K for the small model?
Yeah, probably less.
So that's the same amount of money that they're putting up for this challenge, the red teaming challenge. Have you seen this? So to encourage researchers, developers, and enthusiasts, that's me, from around the world to help identify novel safety issues, this challenge has a $500,000 prize fund that will be awarded based on review from a panel of expert judges from OpenAI and other leading labs. At the end of this challenge, we will publish a report and open source an evaluation data set based on the validated findings so that the wider community can immediately benefit. So if you can hack this thing, if you can get it to teach you how to develop a nuclear bomb or take over the world, you might have 500K in your pocket. Not bad. Go get some of that. That's a seed round in 2012.